Ahoy there, I'm TinyPirate, and today we're building the Death Star. As you can see, I've got the very start of it, and if we zoom back, this is going to be the circle of the Death Star. It fills up the entire buildable space. If I turn off the build thing, you can see just how massive it is. And we're going to have a few little different jobs to do here. I think one of the first jobs we're going to need to do is to lay down what should be at the center of the Death Star, and as I imagine it, oh god, okay, that's being a bit silly. There should be just a massive ton of power, like this. I'm going to make it, okay, we'll get the corridors and everything sorted out in due course. I'm going to make it a huge 5 by 5 of power sort of cores. That's probably like at least as many as we'll need. The next thing I want to do is I actually want to run structure all the way down here. Like, I feel this should be like the access port that was left, you know, forgotten about, compromised. It's a compromised design, the Death Star. There needed to be some sort of access port. So there it is, all the way from the back of the ship into the reactor core. We also need to think about the big weapon, don't we? The big gun. I don't exactly have some enormous Death Star beam on board. What I do have, though, is I can put quite a few of these guys together. And if I indent some of them like, sort of like this, we can get the feeling, at least, of the Death Star's ultimate weapon. Is that enough? I kind of don't think so. I want that many. Is that enough? I think that's probably enough. I think, starting to get a little silly, but hey, that is fine. That leads us very naturally to look at what these systems will require to sustain them. And that's pretty obviously a lot of power, again. And the power is quite a long way away from those central reactors. So I think what I'll do is chuck like a ton of storage back here, and then each of them can have their own reactor. No, come here, you. Like this. And that to me feels like a pretty good start. And then I can run corridor along the back and perhaps down the side. Not too ridiculous here. So we got corridors and okay, silly game. Right, I think that feels like the ultimate weapon has been created there. I think that's a pretty good ultimate weapon. I do want to put a bunch of engines at the back. It's not quite Death Starry, I suppose, but I'm pretty sure it is going to be required just to get this thing to work. Okay, got that sorted. So we got directionals there. That will spin the ship left and right. Again, we will need similar up here. I feel like where would be good? Slightly off center would be ideal. Kind of want to keep them within the structure of the ship. It's time to think about the bridge, and to me the bridge and the Death Star shouldn't exactly be up the very front, but it should be relatively close. Likewise, wow, I'm going to need a whole bunch of FTL drives. I might put one right in the middle, and then I need to put some, let me have a look, around the fringes. I think I'll just put one on the end of each of these arms. I can't put one on my vent down there, so we'll go something like this. That's not very efficient, so I think I will just chuck a few around the middle here somewhere. So now the next thing to do is to really kit out some of these internals. So we're going to need quite a few people. I don't even know if it knows how many. 119 at a minimum. We've got enough power for it right now, but that's going to change as soon as we throw on the required sort of staff and crew and all of that stuff. It's going to go up massively. And we're going to need some point defenses as well, right? We're going to need a bunch of, I think we're going to need like large cannons and small cannons and anti-missile defenses scattered all around the ship to protect it and keep it nice and safe from the bad guys who are going to want to do it harm. So I've laid out the major systems. These are propulsion with all the crew to manage and maintain it. Up here as well, more propulsion. Crew all the way along here to handle and maintain these weapons. And, or that weapon, I suppose you could say. Here I'm going to throw in a little extra crew to handle the engines here. I should give them at least a couple of reactors as well, I think. I think that many should do the trick of their own. I think there should be plenty. I should definitely power all of those. Now I need to start thinking about various weapons. So up in front here, I kind of want point defense basically to be arrayed next to the super weapon, just to stop any missiles coming in and doing any damage. And then I'm going to want to put basically point defense around a few different spots. I'll create a bit of extra corridor here, just so that I can ensure that we don't get any more mischievous stuff happening. So a little bit of point defense scattered around seems like a really grand idea. I'm going to just cover the ship in those. And the other thing to really think about is then going to be the other major sort of weapons of defense and offense against any encroaching rebels, because you know what those guys are like. They're just not nice people, right? They just cause mischief all the time. Another important thing to do is to chuck on some of those large turbo cannons. So I'm thinking a couple like this will be a good idea, and I'll need to put munitions factories behind them to support them. And that's okay though, we can handle that. So I'll get that going on all sides so that we have sort of point defense against anything smaller than a mid-sized planet that we might come up against. That seems like a jolly good idea in general at this point. So what I have to kind of do now is look here at the munitions, and I need to make sure I've got ammo storage available. And I've put in corridors around everything. So I'm going to try and make sure that every area with cannons in it has at least these big guys almost need 4 because they use 4 per shot. And as you can see, there's only sort of a dozen shots there. So they need to make sure, or we need to make sure that there's enough ammunition there for them. We'll do it like this, something like this. And then we've got to put the factories that make the ammunition behind these storage systems, so that we can ensure we have enough ammunition ready for them at all times. So ammunition and factories are laid out, going for about 2 factories per store. I'm hoping that will keep up. We now need at a minimum 360 crew, which means that behind each of these storage areas, I think I need to put basically a bunch of crew quarters. And I've realized we're missing a crucial compartment to make this a really authentic Death Star, and that is a trash compactor, which is, I don't know, it makes me a little sad that we don't have one. I sneak that one in that gap. But I don't know, what can you do? You can't get good crew these days. And you can't certainly get good trash compactors. So we'll just smash in some of these everywhere and see if that makes up the numbers. Because that way I know I'm putting people near areas that they need to work if I hit those numbers. And it looks like I'm going to hit them easily with this number of crew. So I've decided that we can't be entirely sure that we won't run out of ammunition. So I have put in more ammunition arrays here. And also down here, factories at ammunition. Stocked up with more crew. We have 740 total. We have plenty of power. That's looking pretty good. Still a bit of space here. I'm going to throw in another couple of lateral corridors just to make sure we have everything we need to keep this thing running smooth with people. And then I might fill in some of the space with, what shall we say, probably armor, just to see how it goes. And then we'll check the costs on this bad boy and see if we can take it out to battle. Okay, well, I think this is about done, really. Actually, well, one last thing. I think I'll put some crew just opposite here, and I'll give them a reactor so they don't have to travel all over the show just to, sort themselves out there with power. But I think that is about it. It's looking pretty fantastic. I think one final touch. I'm going to put some scaffolding near the core here because, I don't know, there's a bit of scaffolding in the old Star Wars world. Make it look a little pretty. I don't know if that looks pretty. That'll do. Bit of scaffolding there. Can't fit any fighter bays in. Don't have any such thing. But I reckon this is it. It's about time we test it out and see how it does. Alright, here we are in game. Oh, there's some old bits of fleet I got rid of. So, as you can see here, I've got walkways for everyone to move around on. Oh, this is just so ridiculous. Oh my goodness, look, there are just hundreds of people. They're a little backed up on these corridors. Do I need to... I kind of think I need to give them a bit more room, but if I speed things up... I don't know, I've seen a lot of stormtroopers jam their way down little corridors. I think they can handle it. We'll speed things up. Engines are online. The weapons, well, you can see the factories are spinning up, starting to fill up storage, and people are going to start loading them into the weapons. Look at all those ammunition storages. Cells are being filled. Lasers, yes, they're all being generated. It's really time to see how this thing moves. Like, oh, okay, I should go this way. Just take on this ship over here. Oh my god. Is it a moon? No, look, it's bigger than the moon behind it. I have to speed it up to 4 times. Alright, guys. Just trundle this way. If anything gets in our way, they're going to be in serious trouble. As long as they don't try to, you know, come in the back route here and take on our vulnerable power systems, because if they do that, I think it's just game over, right? But that's fine. That's historically accurate, and that's what we care about around here. Okay, come up here. Speed up. Oh gosh, I'm just going to have to come down here. Okay, let's just click on it. Here it comes. Just slow down. Alright, I have to watch this in at least half speed. So here's this little ship. Oh, oh no. Oh look, we can only fire some of the beams. Are we getting more on? 3, 4. Oh. That is just ridiculous. Oh my goodness. The cannons can't even spin into arc. Just ion beaming them to death. Tons of people here just working those ion beams. Oh, that's amazing. I think we need something a bit more challenging than that. Let's jump to a bigger system. Make it all the way over to here. Plot FTL jump. And now... now we have to wait while everyone... That's a weird sound. Everyone spins up these drives. That is just nuts. That is so crazy. Okay. Here we go. The Death Star is going to jump to another system. Come on, final one. And zoop, there it comes. Brilliant. There's 2 bad guys here. Let's see what they're like. Oh, we've got a big ship. It's actually pretty big itself. What is this? The Hammerhead. Wow, that's going to be a pretty meaty challenge for the Death Star. Not extreme, but it's going to be there, right? And we haven't got any shields on it, because I don't think the Death Star had any shields. It needed a whole moon. Oh my god. Oh my god. That is amazing. I think that's just going to be the thumbnail right there, isn't it? I mean, look. It's just... Yeah, the Death Star needed a moon to be its shield, right, when it was being built, so I don't think it had any shields per se. Oh my goodness. Oh, we've lost chunks. Our missile point defenses are working fine. Oh, wow, 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 wow. I'm really pleased we put on all these point defenses. That is great. We've only got 1 missile now, or 1 beam. They've taken out... Can we just rotate a little bit over to there? Come on, we need to give a chance for our side cannons to have a blast. I mean, he has taken a lot of hits. So now we can send our cannons in, and this is going to be just amazing. Oh, he's turning. What's he trying to do? Oh, he's trying to get away, maybe? That's not going to help you, pal. Oh my goodness, this is pretty bad. Is our control room still there? Yes, it is. Are there any fires? Shouldn't be too many. I have put a lot of fire extinguishers on. And this is a pummeling. I think... Wow, that hurts. I think we're going to be able to survive this one. We're just going to have to actually hit all of these power systems here. Oh, up goes one power system. Oh my goodness, hunks are being thrown off this ship. I kind of want to face even more around. Are we better off on this side? We are. You know what? Let's face that side. Okay, the Death Star still has a little bit of kick in it. We're just going to try and come in for a bit of a punch here. And I want to try and get some of the storage out of the way so we can take out this. There we go. That was what I was looking for. Take out this cannon. And this laser here. There's not much left to destroy. There really isn't. We do have... Wow, look, the ammunition is keeping up, but it's not too far off. I didn't do too bad there. It's just a matter of time now. It's definitely going down. We don't really have enough engines. Oh, we can do a full repair. Alright, didn't need to cheat, just needed to do a massive amount of debt. But that's okay. This thing proved its worth. What else can it take on in this? Where are we in like some kind of crazy... Yeah, we're in a Vanguard province. No wonder it's difficult. Let's see what we can do against this final bad guy. Here it comes. What is it? Wow, this thing is... The Cerberus? It's amazing. Oh, I like that idea. Kind of overlapping. Interesting. Can we take it on? I think we can. I mean, we just gotta... we just gotta blow it up. Come on, boys. The Death Star has not been defeated yet, and it won't be defeated by some weirdly shielded thing. We've got brute force and armor to help us. Here we come, 4 times speed. Neither ship particularly quick, although theirs is certainly a little bit quicker than the Death Star. It looks like we're coming into range now. Oh, they've got the heavy cannons. We've got the lasers. Those are... Oh no, those heavy cannons are going to be just... Yeah, absolutely fatal, unfortunately. Oh, they've got the ions as well. This is a bad ship. And it's worth $500,000. Oh no, just look at those chain reactions. Oh my goodness. Just turn sideways. Just you. Oh no, did we lose the... I think we lost the cockpit already. This is it, I think, for the Death Star. I think it's about to go up. I can't control it anymore. It's just getting pummeled. That is clever. Those weapons are behind massive laser shields. Well, I guess this is just how it ends, really. The Rebel Alliance have defeated the Death Star, and now they orbit it, and the chain reactions from all the ammunition and stuff going up have just absolutely destroyed the edges. Only the engines remain at the back. I think it's about time to say goodbye. Once they cut through to the core here, I expect it's all going to go up. Let's see what happens. There it goes. There's the core exploded. I think I'm going to call it quits there. This has been TinyPirate. I've been playing Cosmoteer. We've built the Death Star. It has been defeated by this massive Vanguard enemy, the Cerberus. I'm sad and disappointed, but you know, I can just, I don't know, spin off on this little piece here shouting no into the distance as is traditional. Anyway, until next time, have fun, good night, be good.